What's up, it's Nez and welcome back to The Letter. Last episode, we had the open house and passed on the letter to 3 more unwitting victims. Now we're on our way back to the city. We spend the ride back to Luxborn City in a relatively quiet manner, with only the radio's disjointed hum in the background filling the silence. Occasionally, Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles or it's on a respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances he's been sending my way is a sign, I know there's something he's been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes trained on the passing scenery outside in the small hope that my feigned disinterest will dissuade him. Ash, we're not in the mood.
Here.
What? All of a sudden, he tosses something at me from a small compartment on his side. It hits me clearly on the chin before I can make a move to catch it, the small package making a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
We have no reflexes. The glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face, and he clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road again. I swear he did that on purpose. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap to check.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
I like cereal bars, they taste nice.
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there.
Really? People carry this amount of cereal bars on their person?
Have you eaten lunch yet?
I don't even get a chance to deny it because right on cue, my stomach rumbles loudly, and an empty gnawing feeling in my belly becomes noticeable. No surprise there, I did skip breakfast and lunch so I could catch Becca while she was on break. I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot until Ash mentioned it. It's not like the hollow feeling's new to me though. If anything, it's just one of the things I've gotten used to ignoring over the years growing up. Thanks. Then I open the package and start nibbling at the edge of the bar. Apart from an acknowledging nod, Ash doesn't say anything after that small exchange. What an awkward ride back. For that, I'm thankful. After getting an earful from both Becca and Rose, it's nice to be able to just sit down with someone who's not going to nag you.
How'd the open house go?
There we go.
The usual. We got a bigger crowd than normal because of the property's fame, but really no different from the typical open house. On second thought, it actually looks like a fancy party more than an open house. I've never felt so underdressed in my life.
Lots of quaint personalities.
Weren't you there?
I wasn't really listening.
With how your ringtone was so bad.
I should have asked someone to kick you out.
You should.
No, you won't.
And what
I
makes
would.
you so sure?
One, ever since you got assigned to this property, you've been freaking out about it. Rebecca's words, not mine. She's been complaining to me about how you talked your ears off, by the way. 2, despite your initial qualms about the place, you still took the job.
We needed the money. We have no choice, even if it's haunted as fuck.
Which brings us to 3. It's been months since you last settled a deal, and you're short on money right now since you're back to your instant noodle diet.
How do you know about that?
How do you even know about the last one?
Exactly.
Rebecca.
Oh.
Anyhow, you're hellbent on selling the mansion. Even if someone you know personally is in the tour group, you aren't going to just kick them out.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Detective. Boo-boo. I want you to die, please.
Every single person who went on your open house is still a prospective client to you. Even me.
He's not entirely wrong. Oh man, I walked right into that one, didn't I?
I hate you. I really hate you right now.
So do I, legitimately. His answer is a small laughter. That kind of screams, I'm right, I told you so. I hate it when he does that.
I'll have you know that there's already someone who's extremely interested in this property.
A weird pairing.
So even if you expressed any sort of interest in it, I don't think they'd be willing to let you have it. Too bad.
Provided I didn't botch it with the rights. Ma'am Hannah in particular didn't look pleased with what I did. I owe Rose a big apology. I hope she likes free donuts.
You don't seem too happy about it.
I am happy. Doesn't this look like a happy face to you?
Well, the ghost will be their problem.
Really? And here I was thinking you found another one stuffed in the sofa. Or is it the wardrobe this time?
He meant that as a joke, but how close it is to the truth made my blood run cold. My heart beat a heavy weight in my chest. All at once, the letter in my bag feels a whole lot heavier, burdened by my own guilt and apprehension. Why did you bring the fucking letter along?
Yeah, well, things happened. Stuff the right couple might not be pleased about. No need to make a fuss about it. It's normal in the business.
Yeah, deadly chainmail is normal in the business.
You made them angry?
not angry. Just stuff happened.
Like?
Things.
Haunted things, hauntings.
Did they do anything? Your clients, the Wrights, was it?
Nope, it wasn't the clients. I can't answer that. Change the subject or lie to him. Did we change the subject or lie? Both accomplishes what we want to do, which is close the subject.
You keep asking me about my work, yet you haven't said a single word about yours. That's not fair. Both you and Zach have literally disappeared off the face of the earth.
Yay! An over-exaggeration, but changing the subject to something else is still better than outright lying to him. Besides, it never works with him. I'm not sure if it's because I'm just bad at it or because he's just really good at his job. He doesn't answer immediately, only momentarily shifting a glance over me and returning it back to the road when he has to make a sharp turn. Outside, the sun has already started its descent, casting a vibrant orange glow on the tall buildings. I wonder how long before we reach the venue for Zach's film. Checking the street signs outside, it appears Ash has taken the longer route. Odd, but he's probably trying to avoid the rush hour traffic.
Didn't we just talk a week ago over chat?
That's different. Linking your awful memes in the group chat box every morning isn't exactly a conversation.
So the main boy is a detective, he's good looking, he wears a fur coat, and he's a meme lord. Yep, we're definitely gonna try to kill this guy by the end of the game, everyone.
Excuse me, I don't hear you calling them awful while you're laughing at all of them.
Shut up! And you aren't answering my question.
That earns him a soft punch to his arm. I did laugh at them, but I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I find most of them funny. It'll only make his head bigger, stupid Ash.
Alright, lay off on the abuse. Remember that case I mentioned before? We've been trying to pin the bastard down, but it required more work than we anticipated. The guy's slippery like that. We got some good lead months ago.
He recounts what he's been doing in the time we haven't seen each other. His usual work, the occasional small investigation, the big case he's been stuck working on. Stuff he couldn't mention in the brief time we catch each other online. Although most of it are the trimmed down version, only things he can tell. He has always been careful of that. Even in the way he spins his answers to my questions. Just enough to satisfy my curiosity, but not enough to paint the whole picture. At one point, his voice takes on a strained tone when he mentions something about the big case, but I don't dwell on it much. That's normal, right? I mean, who won't be frustrated if you can't bring someone you're chasing to justice, because they keep slipping out of your fingers? If I were in his shoes, I'd definitely lose my mind. His stories never ceases to be entertaining to me, regardless. If things weren't the way they are back home, maybe I would have considered taking on the same job as him. Well, nope, not really. Mama will never allow that. Was that a jab at the Philippine justice system? What the fuck? Getting too political here. But the idea is still there. Along with countless others I've let go. Time passes quickly between us in this manner, and before I know it, we're already at the movie house. A small crowd has already formed in front of the theater when Ash and I arrive. Point of no return. The Lift Fest, short for Luxborn Independent Film and Theater Festival, attracts a bigger crowd annually, and this year's no different. Why is one of the films showing Pocket Chibi? That sounds like the best anime never made. I've only been to a few indie film screenings with Zach, so I'm not an expert on the matter. But I know that for people hoping to make a break in the industry, getting your film recognized by a local event like this is already a big deal. Especially for a newcomer like Zach. He hasn't even won an award, but... just getting a confirmation letter that the festival committee wants to include his film in this year's lineup already put a grin on his face for weeks. Speaking of the guy, he's impossible to miss. At 6 feet, he appears to loom over most of the moviegoers, and with his large build and heavy voice, there's no surprise when people give him a wide berth as they pass by. It's often easy to mistake him for someone intimidating at first glance. I did, back when I didn't know any better. Ash did too, I heard, once early in their friendship.
Oh, there's Zach!
Hello there, Zach.
Hey, you guys! Long time no see!
Oh, you're the token black guy. Zach's face lights up with a smile of his own. He moves towards us, taking careful steps and a significant effort to make himself smaller, so as not to bump or accidentally hit anyone. Okay, so he's a gentle giant. So many tropes. Typical Zach. As he nears, Ash casually raises his hand in greeting and...
Sup, Z-Man, my main man. What's crack-a-lackin', my homie?
I am 100% that I want you to die by the end of the game. The awkwardness that descends within the immediate vicinity of our small group is palpable enough. Somewhere to our left, a girl giggles, and only then do I become aware of my mouth hanging open. I'm almost amazed how Ash can say that out loud with a straight face. Almost. Considering his track record, I should be used to it now. Zach seems to be. Not with that look on his face.
Don't stop trying to act black, Ashton. And you're the only one who calls me Z-Man.
There's fondness underneath his exasperated tone. If this were any other person, he'll likely be offended, but years of friendship and familiarity have made those words harmless to the other's ears. Yeah, you would have been totally beat up if you were in somewhere like prison. Or at least enough for both to take it in stride.
It's been a while, Zach.
I hope you didn't get into trouble again.
Not much to get into trouble lately without you, I'm afraid. I'll let you know if something comes up, though.
Nah, I ended up with chicken down stuck on me last time I agreed. I'd really love at least this year to pass without some sort of accident happening again.
Hey, I take offense to that. It wasn't that bad.
You really have no idea.
Without being given context, it sounds very sexual. A beat passes and then Zach laughs.
Hey, I'm kidding! You know you can always count on me.
Yay! What's with that smile on your face? It's a story only the two of them are privy to. Every now and then, Ash will enlist Zach's help on something. Becca and I have never really found out what the real deal is with those adventures, as Ash calls it, and both aren't willing to tell due to some unspoken agreement. These two are so gay. She insists that if it's Ash, it's likely not something illegal or life-threatening. I tend to believe her on that. Sometimes. Ah well, boys will be boys, I guess. I give Zach a small wave from behind Ash when he eventually turns his attention to me.
Bella!
What's up?
Huh? Rebecca's not with you. Is she still sick?
A bit. But she's up and went to work this morning.
We stalked her.
You know she doesn't listen to anyone that's not Ash.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't. You're literally the only person she'll listen to when she's feeling stubborn.
And it's true. They've known each other for far longer than any of us in the group. Childhood friends and all.
But don't worry, Zach. She's probably on her way here now. She promised she wouldn't miss your movie. Isabella! Oh, thank goodness!
Speak of the devil. Without warning, a hand grabs me by the shoulder and turns me around.
Becca, you're just in time.
I have to lean back a little with the way her face is almost invading my personal space, but she places her hand on either side of my face to keep my head still. She stares at me intently, concern filling her eyes. This is getting romantic.
Becca, you're squishing my face. How are you? Are you alright? Why wouldn't I be? Rose called me earlier.
Those 4 words tell me all I needed to know. Since I don't have my family living close by and the only other relative I have works on the far side of the country, I gave my company Becca's contact number in case of an emergency. I should have known Rose will call her. I push Becca's hands away from my face. Although she lets go, her eyebrows remain drawn together.
Oh, no, everything's good. Rose covered for me at work today. That's not what I'm talking about.
Oh? Did Rose say we went mad? Insane! Raving mad!
How's your head?
Beside me, Ash snickers. I bite back the urge to elbow him in place of trying to avoid Becca's hand as she tries to reach out for the said area. I did my best to dodge her, all at once moving to hide behind Zach. Sorry for using you as a human shield, Zach.
Oh, it's nothing. I just slipped off a few steps on my way down. I blacked out for a few seconds and had a minor bump, but it's just that. You blacked out? It's not something to brush off.
Yeah, and neither was the ghost.
Come on, at least let me check it. It's extremely minor. You wouldn't even know it's there. Isabella, this isn't a laughing matter.
Yes, Mom.
She did look pale when I saw her earlier.
Wow, thanks a lot, Ashton, you traitor. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait.
What? I'm just saying it as it is. If you mentioned this earlier, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
I'm sorry. Saw her?
Yeah, Ash went to pick us up.
Yeah, they arrived together. Bella looked fine to me then.
Is this gonna cause some sort of convoluted love triangle? Something crosses Becca's face, but it's gone before I can figure out what it is. God damn it, convoluted love triangles.
Oh, that's good. At least she didn't have to travel alone, right?
Why, game?
At least.
Why do you have to do this?
See? I'm okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't.
I only really care about half these characters now.
And I don't want to miss Zach's film.
We can always watch it some other time. Sorry, Zachary.
No, it's good.
Becca's the type of person to call everyone by their full name. She really is a mom.
But you guys should really keep it down. We're starting to attract some attention.
It's the premiere. The premiere's different. Right, Zach?
I shoot him a pleading look. Zach's a sensible guy. He'll understand. Please understand.
Not really. But Rebecca has a point. In the end, I think it's your call.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Please, Becca. I really don't want to miss it.
Please, Mom.
You're not missing it. We're just moving it on a different day so we can have a medical professional take a look at you.
Look, you guys.
Ash's loud sigh unexpectedly cuts through the conversation. He's pinching the bridge of his nose as he speaks, something he usually does when he's getting impatient.
If she says she's okay, then there's nothing we can do about it. It's not like we can stop her either. Besides, she's still acting like the same old Isabella to me, if she can still run around like that.
Why are you taking her side?
Why? Why? Why does this have to happen? Why? Okay, to solve this love triangle, we're gonna kill Ash off and then we're gonna leave Becca alive. That's the plan.
I'm not. But if she wants to watch Zach's movie with us, I'm not going to stop her. She's probably the one looking forward to it the most.
Ash, that's... You, of all people, should know...
Tell you what, if I notice something amiss with her, I'll take her to the nearest hospital myself. Is that good enough for you?
I already know the answer before Becca voices it out. When at least she releases a deep breath and nods, albeit with great reluctance, I immediately tackle her into a hug.
Thanks, Becca.
It's always been you with him, isn't it?
Oh, god damn it.
Did you say something?
Me? Nothing. Don't mind me.
This game doesn't need this bullshit.
If you say so.
Okay guys, showtime's close, so I think I'm gonna get us some snacks. My treat. And then let's head inside. Anyone here has a smaller bill?
I think I do. Hold on.
I pull myself off Becca to get my wallet from my bag and...
What's this?
Oh no, no, no! We're gonna pass on the fucking letter! It's already in Ash's hand before I can even react. Behind him, Becca and Zach are both giving the piece of paper an intrigued look.
No! Give it back!
Well, we just killed 3 of our friends. Good job, Isabella.
It's just a paper.
I don't care! Give it!
Looks ancient too. Why do you keep this around?
I tried to reach for it, but he folds the paper way above his head. I have never been particularly sensitive with my own height, but right now I really wish I have the advantage over him.
Don't open it!
What's the big deal? It's not like it's a love letter. I don't see any reason to... Hold on a second. This is, isn't it?
Even if it is, it's not for you.
Oh yes, it was definitely a love letter.
Okay, now I'm curious.
I'm telling you, it's nothing like that. It's...
Well, just tell them. The rest of my words are lost when he unfolds the paper. Oh fuck. Ah fuck. Here comes ominous music. I can't breathe. My heart feels stuck in my throat, pounding, threatening to burst out. Vaguely, I note how my hands are trembling at my sides. Clasping them together doesn't do any good. They're still shaking, but I hang on to it regardless. The awful sick weight that has taken its core in my stomach back in the open house returns full force. How do I fix this? You can't! You started the ball rolling. Now you have to follow through. How do I fix this? How do I fix this? Someone please. Today is turning out to be a horrible nightmare.
Send this to 5 people or else. Well, that's... interesting.
Guys, I think we should listen to Bella first.
Aren't you a few days early for Halloween?
Maybe. Ash waves the paper in front of me, giving me a fleeting glimpse of its contents. I don't need to see, I don't want to see. The letters, the words, every stroke written in blood is already embedded in my mind. Maybe I should have just thrown it away when I had the chance. That way. That way.
It's not a prank.
It makes all of them stop, Even I am surprised with how steady my voice is.
What did you say?
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Well, they're all looking at us like we've gone crazy.
Hold on. Are we still talking about this paper? Or is it about the urban legend again?
Both. I know it sounds ridiculous.
You're saying this is a primitive version of a chain letter, and now that we've seen it, we're now cursed.
Yes. Yes, we are. But the only one I want to die is you, Ash.
You've got to be kidding me.
See? This is why I didn't want to tell you guys.
Isabella, aren't you taking this a bit too far?
It's not a joke! Will you guys listen to me first? I saw something in the house earlier. It stood right in front of me. If I hadn't gotten away, that thing might have...
Right. And in broad daylight, Isabella. Typically, I don't believe in this stuff, but even someone gullible would find the logic in that screwed up.
Ash, you're checking everything on my checklist for every single horror cliche reason that you have to die.
There's also no way in hell that this supernatural shit you're talking about is true.
One more thing checked off.
But it's real! What do you think I saw?
Ooh, her eyes look intense.
A hallucination? A delusion? Didn't you say you fell down some stairs? So maybe Rebecca's right.
It happened after, when I was trying to get away. I almost got stuck in the same room with that thing. We're all in danger. I thought you were my friends. Why don't you believe me?
Well, you do sound crazy. Have to give them that.
We are, and you know that. But this thing and that thing has got nothing to do with the other. When Rose called earlier, I thought she's just exaggerating. But based on what I'm seeing right now, maybe it's better if we really postpone this for now.
Don't bother.
Without another word, I snatched the letter out of Ash's hand and stuffed it back in my bag with more force than necessary. I am tired. I got cursed, saw a ghost, probably lost a sale, got kicked out of the open house I'm supposed to be hosting, my own friends won't believe me, and all of them think I'm crazy. To top it all off, there's a dull ache at the back of my head begging for a little attention. Can't afford to give it right now. Honestly, there's so much a person can take within a single day. I just want to go home, curl up in my bed, and never think about today. But before I can take a single step away from my group...
Guys!
Zach rarely ever raises his voice even when there's a point he wants to drive home, and hearing him take on that tone completely throws me off. Even Ash and Becca. Whatever harsh words yet to come out from the argument immediately die on our tongues.
Why don't we all calm down first? I'm sure Isabella has her reasons too. No need to be hard on her.
You see, Zach, that's why you're my favorite guy.
And hey, ain't this supposed to be a happy get-together?
Yeah, right? We're supposed to watch a movie.
We haven't seen each other for months. I'd really love to know what y'all have been up to. I only ever get to talk to Bella over chat. Please.
Oh, come on, guys. Or Zach. He has a point. Ash, for all his attempts to look cool and distant, has also been looking forward to this. He even took the time to call this morning for a reminder. He never does that. Becca too. I'm sure that's another reason why she got out of bed today. Yet despite Zach's attempts to lighten things up, or Ash's and Becca's acquiescing gestures, the tightness in my chest remains. I should have just kept it to myself, or at least went with the idea that it's a prank. If I did, things might have not turned out the way they did. No sour mood, no bad vibes. Careless. So careless. Maybe leaving is a better decision for all of us. Should we stay for the movie or go home? Let's stay for the movie, we're all here together. Might as well spend our last days together. Any other day I'll excuse myself and go straight home. But this is something special to Zach, something he's worked so hard to bring to life. I should know better. I might be having a bad day, but being with the few people I care about far outweighs the idea of spending the rest of the day throwing a tantrum alone in my room. And what if the thing in the attic follows me home? I don't want to be left with my thoughts either. I can still see it whenever I close my eyes. And maybe, if I stay, let our heads cool down first before telling them what happened, they'll listen to me. There's nothing you can't solve with a calm head. One step at a time, Isabella. That's what Mama used to tell me. Besides, I don't have the heart to ditch Zach. A smile is back on my face when I look back up at them.
If we keep arguing here, we're going to miss the first few minutes.
Alright, that's the Isabella I know.
So Zach is the cohesive glue that keeps the group together.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you were going to cry.
This time, I really do send an elbow straight to his stomach. Stupid Ash, being vertically challenged has its perks too.
What was that for?
Stop calling me a crybaby! I'm not one!
Aw, don't cry.
You are so going to die.
Stop it!
Okay, scaredy cat then.
That too! If you repeat that, I swear I'll...
Let's just go.
Without another word, Becca goes inside. She doesn't even stop to wait for us when I call after her. Ash and I exchange looks at that, the same question likely swimming inside our minds. Did something happen at school after I left? Is she having a bad day too? Oh no, she was just written into a corner by the writers. I'll try asking her about it later, I guess.
So, you guys go catch up with her. I'll go get us the food I promised.
But you'll miss it!
Didn't you say watching a movie without food ain't fun? And it ain't like I haven't seen it. I made it, remember?
Good point.
I'll be in there soon.
One friendly tap on my shoulder and then he's gone. A few moviegoers are still milling about, some still waiting in line for tickets, but otherwise most of the crowd are already inside. There's nothing much for us to do here now. Not a word of protest comes from me when Ash gestures for the two of us to head inside.
And then?
Are you sure it wasn't one of the cleaning crews?
Absolutely sure.
Some way halfway through the movie, the conversation steered towards what happened in the mansion. To be fair, Zach's the one who brought it up again, in his own movie's premiere. Now the film's just serving as background noise while we're speaking in hushed tones, careful not to disturb anyone inside the small hall. And that was this episode of The Letter, everyone. Before we continue, we'll have to end it here. But once again, my name is Nez and thanks for watching. Bye everyone!